Hey everybody, it's Laurie with Red Hot Real Estate. I want to talk to you today a little bit about where are all these buyers coming from. So a lot of people think that since we're in a vacation area that it's all foreign buyers and people from other countries wanting to be in the warm weather. I was really surprised to see the statistics on how few buyers are really coming from overseas. So let me talk to you a little bit about that. Existing home sales last year were over $12 billion. So an average sales price for that is only $347,000. So the top 5 buyers that are coming from overseas, number 1 for us is Canada. Number 2 is Colombia, and that's mostly in the Miami, Fort Lauderdale area. And then you round that out with Argentina, Brazil, and Venezuela. But the top 3 destinations where people are going are number 1, 52% are in Miami and Fort Lauderdale, 52%. Second is Orlando, coming in at like 12%. And St. Pete, only 8%. Only 8% of our buyers came from overseas. It's not very many. So it's really about the inventory, that we have lack of inventory here, so little inventory, and people who live and breathe and grow here and want to move, or people with jobs in the economy that are just happening that way. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the Chinese. The Chinese buyers are very interesting. And when they do come, that's gotten a little slower. So they were buying more, but with COVID, it really slowed down. But US is still a top pick for them because for what they call us as a haven asset. Their economy has slowed down and inflation has grown, just like us, as we know about, but they still consider the United States one of the best real estate purchases for them. So that's very interesting. So we can feel good about buying our own country because other countries feel the same way. Now, what I also think is very interesting is about the profile of the buyers from China. So I am always amazed at how the young people in China are so mature and so forward moving. And I don't know if that's because they're high net wealth people who are mentoring them are helping them, but 52% of the people who showed interest in buying in the United States from China were between 25 and 34 years old. That's young. That is young. 21% are between 19 and 24 years old. So these are very young people who are starting to invest. 61 of their purchases are for investment. 61% of their purchases, they say, are for investment. And the price point they're looking for is between 250 and 500,000. Okay, so they're probably not buying in downtown St. Pete, but that's the price point they're looking at, which is a really good starter home price point for them. Let's talk about locally then. Let's talk about within the states. How are we moving? What's going on within the United States? Within the United States, a lot of people are really moving to the Sun Belt because taxes are lower, there's a lot more jobs, and those are the main reasons that people are moving. These are the top areas in the United States, though, not just the Sun Belt. I'm going to give you the top that are the top areas for appreciation. Number 1 is Dallas, Fort Worth. 2 is Fairhope, Huntsville, Alabama area. 3 is Titusville, Florida. 4 is Pensacola, Florida. And then there's San Antonio, Texas, and Spartanburg, South Carolina. And then last in the big ones were Tucson, Arizona. So it's very interesting that in Florida, the most people that are migrating from other areas in Florida are Pensacola and Titusville. So that's kind of interesting. In the Sun Belt, South Carolina beat out Florida, and get this, so did Vermont, South Dakota, and West Virginia. More people within the states are moving to those states than are moving to Florida. So that's really kind of interesting. The greatest migration, where people are leaving, is California, Illinois, New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut. So those areas are really where people are leaving. Higher tax rates, less jobs, things like that. So it's interesting though about as people migrate and move, and areas start to grow, it's because people go, oh, well, my sister lives there, my family lives there, so their close family members start to come, and then the job market follows that. They start to see where their people want to live, they start to see these areas that are opening up, and then the job markets follow that. So I just thought all this was very interesting to find out what is the profile of these buyers, where are they coming from, where are they going, and are we really the top? I keep hearing, oh, we're #1 in the world. Well, Forbes magazine said like we were #1 in the States for that, but statistics from like the National Association of Realtors, they're really showing us that we're not even as red hot on fire as a lot of other places in the country. So there's a little more information for you, a little more real estate porn for you. And if you need anything, give me a holler. Peace out.